All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarah Soon said, kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members not only to the Sarah Soon SETI YouTube page, but also the General SETI YouTube page is up. We're going to put it back out on it was there, just like a classic. I had the cover over it for a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? It's just out there and it flexing. Now it's time to put it back on the road. We got the memberships up and going. The super chat is up and going. So I want y'all to get on over there because most definitely it's got some classics over there. And I want y'all to get on over there and become a part of that. Subscribe if you're on the Sarah Soon SETI YouTube page. Get over to General SETI. Subscribe. If you're on General SETI's YouTube page, get on over to Sarah's and to King SETI and subscribe because it's rolling. We rolling and we most definitely going to be dropping very powerful information. All you have to do is hit the link in the video description where it says become a member. You'll get a video introduction rundown on the membership, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Soon SETI YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm, KingSETI.com, online marketplace, official General Sarah Soon SETI, DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house. I got something for your family. I know you're going to like and love. We got the tonics, we got the bitters, we got the soap for your family, we got the shea butter, incense, we got all that, family. Shirts, necklaces. Get over there, check it out, get you something nice. Shop and save and shop. Pour the fire alarm, GeneralSETI.com, SETI University, over 2,500 videos, 40 different subjects, all locked and loaded with powerhouse information that you cannot find on no other website. No other website can even compare or compete. You should become a member today. We also got the supplemental, also monumental and instrumental research material of the Grand Master teachers, making this a complete website all the way around of the greatest minds in African wisdom and knowledge that you could study under. There is no website that can compare, compete. Become a member today. Everybody knows SETI popping on Patreon. BPC making noise. We never come. Exclusive live streams, over 500 exclusive live streams, and you get to see the general go live, 2-3 times a week if you're on the right tier. You understand? Sometimes even more than that. But as soon as you join, whatever tier you join, you're going to unleash, whatever's in that tier and has accumulated in that tier. Even if you start at the very beginning, man, as soon as you, boom, you're going to open up, a treasure chest of wisdom and knowledge that can only be gotten on Patreon. And you want that, and you need to go get it. To all the family out there donated to the general, I thank you. I appreciate the fact you appreciate me. Any of the family out there want to donate to this hardworking general, link on the screen is in the video description, is in the chat. Click it, donate, and I thank you, and I appreciate you, and I thank you again. Make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King SETI, General SETI, Sarah Soon SETI. Rock that notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up. Like it because you love it. Share with your family and friends. And comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because I will ban your ass. Here we go. Now, I know this is going to be hard. This is going to be a hard subject to deal with, but we just going to have to deal with it. African and Caribbean illegals are asking Black Americans for help after all that greasy talk. I know y'all didn't want to come over here, but you know what? This is a time to make motherfuckers respect you. You see what I'm saying? This is a time to make motherfuckers respect you. You know what I'm saying? Because, people don't respect. They could come into the house. They don't have to show no respect. They don't have to show no respect because the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal going to bring them in here. You see what I'm saying? To do what they do to you. Talk to you. Disregard you and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I understand this, but with all this thinking that, respect comes just, because, that we believe in this Black utopia, You know, it sounds good, and it's still a feasible goal to obtain. You know, it's a feasible goal to obtain. We're not giving up on the global African supremacy. We had it before. We had it in the ancient world, but then with some different minds. These ain't the same minds of the ancient world. These are not the same minds of the ancient world. So people just got to understand that. You know, our people wasn't corrupted with the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal and the Assalamu alaikum, Assalamu alaikum, and all the disrespect, you know, that they show each other, that they show today through, you know, being in a low state frequency and low state mentality and lack of African intellectualism of truth, knowledge, and moral upstanding paths of you know, that lead us to great civilizations, and that's not here. That's not here. So we are understanding that we are dealing even within our own confines of niggas right here in America. You ain't got to, we already know see the thing is how you deal with home and how you deal with people outside the house is totally different. You don't, it's a different policy. You see what I'm saying? You know, it's a different policy. You know, your brother might say something to you and y'all might go, you shouldn't. Your brother might say something to you, in-house brother. Okay, let's be clear about in-house brother. You see, he might say something, y'all might go to blows and pick each other up, dust off, and y'all be back together and shit, and this, that, and the third, or, you know, you get so heated, you get in the hell. Another motherfucker from outside the house, you get into that same argument, motherfucker end up in a casket. You see what I'm saying? It could get like that. You see, so how you deal with, you know, in-house and how you deal with out-house is two different policies. You should understand that. You know what I'm saying? You should understand that. That's how they going. That's how it's done. Okay, and so this is a time where people got to, you know, you can make a motherfucker respect you. You see what I'm saying? And I don't think that, you know, I would think, you know, if the respect was there, the respect factor was there, then, you know, that'd be something different. You know, if there was, you know, this grand African utopia, and like I said, I'm not giving up on it. I just know it's some things that come before that. It's some steps that come before that. That is some fucked up minds all around the world. You see, including in the house. You see, so, you know, and so, and it's about frequency. You see, it's about frequency. And so it's some fucked up frequencies all around the world. So we don't want nobody to think we personally picking on them. But like I say, how we deal with in-house and how we deal out-house is two different policies. And so we have been hearing a whole lot of disrespect. And you know, it's like, goddamn, you know, is this how we gonna do this? Is this how we gonna do this? You know, the disrespect, and now you in a predicament, you know, where a lot of the, you know, family, you know, gonna be out of here. And I keep saying family, but, you know, really it's not even family, because if we say family, then we should act like family. If it was really family, we would go to bat. You know, we would go to bat. If it was family and you came here and you came to the Black community and you came with open arms of showing love and respect, and you brought into the community, and we gonna treat you as one of our own. That's what we gonna do. We don't do that. I ain't never did that. Now I haven't seen anybody else, but it's some ignorant niggas any which way where you go. And so you can't put the greater community, you know, make the greater community responsible for some ill frequency niggas. You see what I'm saying? Shit, you got families and they, you know, so members of their own, immediate family. It's some shit wrong with their ass. And so if you could have a motherfucker, in your immediate family fucked up in the mind, you already know how this go. You see, and so we know we don't want to stress. We don't want to stress so much. Different, ethnic backgrounds. We understand we all black, but we ain't all us. You know what I'm saying? And when I say us, I mean in-house. Everybody got their own in-house. And then you got the greater community. And we got our own internal house, and we got the greater community, but we always invite them into our house. If they invite us into theirs, that's a mutual, that's when you call it family. And so we haven't even gotten to the point of really we saying things that really don't exist to a greater extent. You might be able to do it with an individual that you personally had a relationship with, but on the greater scale, no, it's not there. And nobody could be a fool and say that it is. It's not there. It's not there. And so things are being said, about us that I'm like, I could heat motherfuckers up. It's not a problem. You see what I'm saying? And I don't want to get in, so much until, if motherfuckers get disrespectful, I could put them in their place. It's not a problem, but I don't want to necessarily come to the frequency. And like I say, every blue moon, you just got to take the mask off, but I don't want to because if you fall into their frequency too much, you see what I'm saying? You become that individual, and I'm not going to become another motherfucker. I can rise above and show a motherfucker through success that, I'm greater than you, motherfucker. Just real talk, because you on an ill frequency. And so you don't got to stoop down to a motherfucker level to show them the truth. You feel me? But every now and then you got to take the mask off just to let them know that if it had to get ugly, we can do it. It's not a problem. And so after all this, that Trump is coming into office, some of these, illegals is under threat. You know what? And I'm gonna just tell you like this. You know what? I'm just gonna be real. Because I'm hearing a whole lot of it just we got to start this shit all the way over. You know what I'm saying? We got to start this shit all the way over, because it come with the respect factor. They're just like when you talk about politics and shit. What the fuck is y'all gonna do for us? When you talk about these motherfuckers that's wanting you to vote for them, what the fuck is you gonna do for us? And so the same thing is when you come here, you ask, and I believe they want us to help them. If they don't, then go home. They go if you don't. But I'm hearing that it's a possibility that they want us to lobby for them and to, and try to, speak up for them that they would stay, and I'm quite sure some of, our brothers and sisters, and I want to use that term very loosely, because if they're not acting like brothers and sisters, then why would we call them that? See, y'all put us in a hell of a predicament, because people don't, if all these videos is showing up and motherfuckers is talking stupid, then don't nobody want to treat you like family. You make it hard on a motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? And so, for me, people ask, should we help? And honestly, I'm gonna tell you, and they just gonna have to, you open up your mouth and you be disrespectful, I think everybody in the motherfucker that's illegal need to leave. Period. I think everybody that come in here illegal need to leave. You see, you know what I'm saying? I think everybody that's illegal need to leave. I don't give a fuck what color they is. Because at the bottom line, they coming over here regardless. They don't respect the toil, and they don't respect our ancestors. They don't respect our ancestors. You see what I'm saying? What they, and that's another thing that we're not talking about. Y'all not even respecting what happened to our ancestors. The devastation that happened to our ancestors. So at that point, it's coming to the point, motherfuckers gonna have to learn to respect who we are. You know what I'm saying? Or don't bring your ass over here. Stay your ass where you at. Straight up, if you feel that way, because our ancestors and we built this over here. You feel me? That's real talk. And we not just gonna let no motherfucker come and stay where the fuck you at. The history is out there. People know what we did in this nation. Y'all just some, anybody that come up and say they don't know what black people, you was a lying motherfucker. You was a low life. Anybody that gonna really say they don't know what black people and not even look in the history books and see all of the inventions and all the shit, all the wars we done fought over here for this motherfucker, and we would have determining factor if this motherfucker would have fell apart. You goddamn it, it would have fell apart. American Revolution, goddamn, the Civil War, even goddamn World War II when they was fighting against the goddamn the Germans. My grandfather was a Tuskegee Airman, and the goddamn the Red Tails. You see what I'm saying? Goddamn it, they had the invincible fighter, pilots and shit. And you know what I'm saying? Never lost a goddamn transport. You see what I'm saying? The goddamn them brothers was flying so tight that you couldn't even get none of them to fly. You couldn't get no white boys to fly unless they had some of them red tails protecting them damn planes. They didn't lose not one. They didn't lose not one goddamn plane that they were protecting during World War II. So when you look at the greatness, you's a hating ass motherfucker, man. I mean, I'm just gonna say what it is. See, the thing is, when we look at Africa, man, we give credit to all the greatness. We don't give a fuck. We say, man, whether it was in South Africa, whether it was in Egypt, when it's in Nubia, whether it's in Ghana, whether it was in Benin and Congo, we give praise to wherever greatness we respect. You see what I'm saying? And give praise. If it was, we speak on their toils. We talk about what happened in the Congo. We talk about all the damage that was done to the Zulu, how they fought the Zulus, undermined the Zulus all over Africa, how the Arabs come in and did our people. We talk about their toils, and then these motherfuckers act like we don't have no greatness and that we didn't go. And so at that point, we had to stop fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Until you straighten up and fly right. Because you being bogus. That crackatosis and niggeritis is deep down in your veins, and you're poison. That's a poison deep. You know what I'm saying? That's a poison deep. And like I say, it's not confined to any particular nation, because it's over here too. But this is in-house. We'll deal with in-house. That's us. We'll deal with that. We'll get on them. But for the outhouse to come in and act like they're going to step over us and step over the graves. What you saying when you come into America and you don't respect our toils, that's just like how how people disrespectful when they step over somebody's grave, walk on their grave, don't even show no respect. They just walk over the graves. And so when they come in here, they just step over the graves of our ancestors and run straight to the Cro-Magnon Neanderthal, wagging their tail, ready to go get his newspaper and his house shoes and shit, and see and disrespect us in the game, in the process. You see what I'm saying? So, at this point, if you illegal, take your ass home, because it don't matter who it is, because you eating. You eating off of us. You eating off of what this country already owe us. You eating off of us. You taking, or you trying to take jobs out of citizens. We built this shit. So that's us. That's owed to us. We don't owe you nothing. You disrespect us. I think you should go home. You see what I'm saying? We don't do y'all like that. You see what I'm saying? You can't get mad at us that you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we talk highly of Africa. We ain't never talked about Africa like that. You see what I'm saying? We venerate all the greatness of Africa. And if the European jumped on you, we most definitely say, look, we talk about the genocide Nambia. You see what I'm saying? Where the Germans went in there. We talk about Leopold and his madness. We talk about how the French went into West Africa and how they did brought turmoil and genocide and the English. We talk about that. You see, and we speak about, you know, but y'all act like y'all don't understand what's going on. And we inside of that, we speak to the greatness, how our people persevered and how great they was before. And here you turn around, you look at us and you don't show us the same respect. You step over our ancestors, you disrespect their graves, you step over their graves, acting like they didn't die in toil. And because the reality is the same, it's about frequency, and the same frequency that sold our ancestors into slavery is still frequency, never died. You see, it's just your wavelength. When you turn that radio on, whatever your station is, nigga, you listen to that. That's your frequency. And so that same frequency exists today. And that's just something we're going to have to understand. You see, that just, and you know, the grandiose idea that all what we perceive to be Africans is going to be a part of this global African supremacy is not true. But there will be a vast number of us on a global scale that will be, you know, on that frequency, and we still will bring forth, but you got to trim the tree. You have to trim the tree. That's just all it is to it. When you see sickness in a branch, you got to cut that goddamn branch off before it infect the whole tree. You must do that. You must do that. And sometimes you just got to take a seed off that motherfucker and plant a whole new plant a whole new tree. Or go get you a seed. You know, it shows you just had to plant a whole new tree. You see? Yeah. You got to, you know, but don't ever, you know, give up, because our history is our history. Just because, you know, you can't take the ancient world and use the ignorant minds of today. And see, this is what niggas is doing. They're taking the lens of the niggas and minds of today all over the world that have went through the oppression and the sicknesses that they didn't went through. And what you doing, you looking through ancient history that came before all of that filter. That's, you know, that you know what they call that, you put on the camera, it's a lens. You looking through that lens, you looking back, but you looking through the ignorant lens of today, and you cannot do that. You understand what I'm saying? These ignorant motherfuckers don't have no inheritance to the ancient greatness because they don't live on that frequency. You see, it ain't just about, you know, nigga, we live that frequency. We the great nation. When you look at the great nations and all that they produced in them nations, we are. When you talk about the manifestation of the great ancient Egypt and the great Timbuktu, the literacy, the science and shit, and the, you know, the most, when you talk about medicine and shit and all of that, we represent that. And so that's just it is. So it didn't transmit it down through the ages to us, and we got to recognize that. And it's in our blood, and we can validate that. African and Caribbean illegals are asking black for Americans for help. After all that greasy talk, you're going to have to go back down to boot camp. You got to go to boot camp, and you're going to have to learn. You got to go through boot camp. And the boot camp is you're going to have to learn respect for us, our ancestors, what they went through, our toil in this motherfucker, and have respect and veneration as we have had for other groups of Africans on the planet. And if you do and cannot graduate out of the sickness of niggerization and niggeritis and crackatosis, then you need to stay where you at, period. But if you could come and respect, we not ask you to kiss ass, we ask you to act like family. And if you cannot do that, then you need to stay your ass at home. And so I don't think that no illegals that we should march or do anything or validate anybody that's illegal. I think all illegals need to go home and come back with respect. And then some of the motherfuckers that ain't illegals, they need to take their ass back too with their disrespectful ass. But to all the family that show veneration and respect for our toil over here, we have no problem with you, and we have no problem extending our hands out to you. And we want to do that in all respect and love of Black unity. That's right. This is General Cyrus Sunseti. If you're on General Seti's page right now, I want you to subscribe. I don't want you to get up off of here without subscribing. If you're on Cyrus Sunseti's YouTube page, I want you to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right now and go over to the other page. Go over to General Seti if you're on Cyrus. Go over to Cyrus if you're on General Seti and hit that subscribe button. Like that video right now, like it, and share it with your family and friends, because we're about ours. This is 2025, and it's going down, and we turning up. All right, family, arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked-ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Hit one of them links in the chat and support the general. Black Power.